Hey guys, another day, another reselling Q&A. First question is, how do you handle cancellations on Whatnot? So the great thing about Whatnot is that you don't have to accept cancellations if you do not want to. For the most part, I do not accept cancellations, especially during my Lululemon shows where I sometimes have mystery bag. If I accept a cancellation during that show, then it messes everything up, and then the mystery bag that person could have won isn't a mystery anymore, and it just messes things up. So for the most part, I do not accept cancellations. I have had people try to cancel before. They've said like, oh, I accidentally bid, or, you know, I changed my mind. And if you don't want to accept a cancellation, you don't have to do it. In the Whatnot terms of service, it says that all bids are binding, whether they were done on accident or not. There have been some circumstances where I have accepted a cancellation, but for the most part, I don't. If you purchase something from me and you ask to cancel during my show, then I might accept the cancellation. That way I can rerun the item. But if it's after the show, like it's not happening. Like, no. I've had people try to cancel after I've already shipped the item out, and I'm like, yeah, no. So that's one of the cool things about Whatnot, is that you do not have to accept cancellations if you do not want to. Next question is, when do you ship? I can't read today, and I'm trying to film multiple videos today, so wish me luck. When you ship orders, do you schedule pickups or do you bring them to the post office? So I used to schedule pickups. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know about Chairgate. Basically, I had an Instacart driver. Was it Instacart or DoorDash? It was one of those services. But basically, they stole my friggin' chair from me that I put my packages on. So we had a chair next to our mailbox that we would put packages on. The mail person would know to pick up the packages. We had that chair out there for like a year and a half before this person stole it. But basically, I guess they thought because it was next to the road that it was free for the taking, even though it was like right next to our mailbox. Like, it wasn't like on the road, it was on our property. But anyway, I ended up getting the chair back that night. Yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to schedule pickups, but now I just go to the post office. The people at my post office know me. When they see me come in, they unlock their little like side door thing, and I can bring my packages and put them in like one of the big bins. I don't have to wait in line. But I do get people, rolling their eyes at me like, oh my gosh, look at all those packages. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to do? It's like, I have to drop these off, when I drop my stuff off, the workers there know that there's no rush to scan them in immediately, especially if there's a long line. Like, you can definitely handle the customers that are in line. Yeah, that's what I do. I bring them to the post office. I did schedule pickups, but I don't know. I just like bringing them to the post office. Next question, are you allowed to play music on Whatnot? I saw something on Instagram about them cracking down, and now you're not able to. Okay, so yeah, there's a big thing going on right now about playing music on Whatnot. Let me read you an email from them. So basically, Whatnot updated their terms of service, and there was some confusion because people actually read it. A lot of people don't actually read, the terms and service that they agree to. So I guess people read that and they're like, wait, we can't play music? So this is an email from Whatnot to someone. I don't know. I think I saw this on Facebook and I just grabbed the screenshot. It says, thanks for writing in. We received some questions regarding whether music in streams is allowed, so we wanted to clarify our policy. The recent updates to our terms of service had no impact on the ability to play music in streams, and the terms remain the same. I feel like people read that paragraph and they're like, oh yeah, we can play music. It's totally fine. But no, it was always in their terms of service that you cannot play copyright shit. The next paragraph says, Whatnot respects the intellectual property rights of others and expects its users to do the same. It is your responsibility to ensure that you have the rights to any content that you upload or transmit on the platform. Just because you pay for Pandora or Spotify or whatever music streaming service doesn't mean you have the rights to those songs. I feel like that's a big misconception right now. People are like, oh, well, I pay Spotify, so I own the rights to it. It's like, actually, you don't. You don't. That's not how that works. You own the rights, or not even the rights, that's not the right word, but by paying for that service, you can stream that personally. That's pretty much all you can do to it. You cannot stream the music on a platform when you're making money. Like, you can't. It's for personal use. And then the last paragraph says you can continue to play music within your streams so long as you have the right to do so. Again, the right to do so would be like literally written permission from not Bruno Mars himself, but whoever represents his music. And people have that all twisted. They're like, oh, well, I pay for Spotify, so I can play it. It's like, you can't. And then some people were like, well, I listen to it in the car. Again, completely different. That's for personal use. Then someone was like, oh, well, grocery stores can play music. It's like, yeah, because they pay like either monthly or yearly. They pay a lot of money to be able to play that music. Again, it's so different. Technically, you're not allowed to play music during your streams, just like I can't play copyright music here on YouTube. You can't do it on Instagram. You can't do it on other platforms. You just can't do it because you don't own the rights to the music. And I feel like that's not, like, I don't know why people are having a hard time understanding that. I think it's because most people are still doing it, which, I mean, if you're in that mentality, well, everyone else is doing it. It's like, that's not a good mentality to have. Whatnot did say that no one has ever been banned for playing music, but it's honestly only a matter of time. Whatnot is not going to police it. It's going to be the owners of the music that police it. Again, people are still playing music. If you want to risk it, go for it. But if you want to be smart, then don't. There is tons of royalty-free music that you can play. You can search it on Spotify, you can search it on YouTube. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Like, yeah, you might not ever get caught, but it's not cool. It's not cool to do shit like that. It's not cool to break the rules. Again, the whole mentality, well, everyone else is doing it, is fucking stupid. Next question, can you block people on Whatnot? I have seen an influx of trolls lately. I've been on Whatnot for 7 months now, and for the majority of those 7 months, you were not able to block people, which was so fucking annoying because there are bad people on Whatnot. Now you can, and it's great, but one thing I don't understand is that, like, when I block someone, I don't want to see them, and I don't want them seeing me. But right now, if I block, let's just say Penelope, I hope no one is named Penelope, because people will be like, oh my god, Vanessa was talking shit about Penelope, did you hear that? Okay, just a random name. If I block Penelope, I can't see her, but she can still see me. I'm like, no, I don't want Penelope to see me. Like, that's the whole point of blocking. Like, I don't want her to see me. I don't want to see her. So, yeah, I don't know if that's something that Whatnot is going to change. Because, again, that doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe if enough people complain about it like they did when there was no blocking feature, then Whatnot will change it. But yes, you can block people, and it's great. All right, so that is it. I hope I answered your questions. If you have any other questions, you can comment down below, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. If you want to check out my Whatnot shows, I will have a link down below. If you're new to Whatnot and you use my link, you'll get a $15 credit, and I also get a credit, so thank you. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video.